Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. This week was insane, and I know I said that all the time, but this week I promise you I'm not going to be able to cover every single topic that I wrote for my website, so links in the description. Please give them a look to see what I do not mention in this video. There's a lot of cool stuff, and hopefully you guys don't miss out on it. I do want to kick the week off, though, with the final trailer for the Expendables 3, as well as news that Dwayne Johnson, or The Rock, may be a villain for the fourth film. Now, this whole concept is just something that's up in the air right now. Take it with a grain of salt. But The Rock was actually talking during an interview or Ask Me Anything on Reddit what he thinks about the Expendables. And he said that he would love to be on the film, but not with them. He wants to be the villain. He wants to pick them apart, fight them one by one, or, however you want to take that. So Stallone actually caught wind of this and told The Rock to bring it on. Obviously, that's not a confirmation in any sense of the term, but the fact is, it's still kind of cool that these guys are exploring different ideas. I don't think that the third one's going to be the end of the franchise. I feel like if it gets the right support and does well in theaters, we will see a fourth one, and hopefully The Rock will be in it as the villain, because you gotta admit, he's a pretty amazing guy, and I think even as a good guy or a bad guy, he would really bring something new to that formula. So fingers crossed on that, and I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear anything about that possibility becoming a reality. All right, next up, we have some more information about a couple reboots and remakes. First off, the Raid remake, the lead role has been offered to, I believe it's Taylor Kitsch. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. I have no idea. But apparently he's on a TV show like Friday Night Lights and the Battleship movie. I don't know. I haven't seen anything, so I guess I don't know who he is at all. But anyways, he's been offered a lead role, which does pose the question of whether the Hemsworth brothers are still going to be on the film, because Chris and Liam were both offered roles in this movie. And it from what I understood, one of them was going to be playing the lead character. I was figuring that they would, the brothers could actually play on-screen brothers, just like Iko had his brother counterpart in the original Raid. So apparently that's not happening as far as I know, but Taylor Kitsch may or may not be in this film. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, though, whether you've seen this guy in action and whether it's something you're interested in. I know the Raid remake, a lot of people are very opinionated on, which is fine. I have my own opinion about the movie as well. I still feel like the original is what it should be, and there should not be a remake. So go ahead and let me know what you guys think. But on top of that, though, there's also the Transporter reboot that's supposed to be coming out next March. Now, this is still something very, very weird for me as well, because I don't see why they're trying so hard to make the Transporter a franchise. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't need to be a series. They had these 3 movies. They had the TV show, and now they're doing a reboot with a prequel, I guess you could call it, film for the franchise. And I just don't feel like it's a good idea. The Transporter film, the first one with Jason Statham, was supposed to be the first time he broke his own rules. Ever since then, he was playing by the rules and doing what he needed to do. So how can you reboot something if that's going to really mess it up canonically, at least from my understanding, because every time he breaks a rule previously, it just makes the original film lose its impact. So I don't really think it's that necessary to have this movie rebooted or anything like that. It's not that old of a film. They should just leave it alone. But what do I know? They're just going to reboot and remake everything. So it is what it is. All right, going back to the Expendables real quick, though, I do want to tell you guys some good news about the film. The home release, the DVD Blu-ray release, is going to be rated R. So I don't want to say I told you so, because I obviously was just still shot in the dark, and I was really hoping they were going to do this. I was hoping that in the theaters it was going to be PG-13, and then when you got it home, it would have an unrated or R version. Obviously, we don't know what this is going to mean. It could mean that they shot different scenes for the unrated version and used, like actual blood. They could just be putting in CG blood and guts and things like that, which I hope they don't do. I hope they actually did different things with it. You see alternate fights or something like that. That would be really, really cool. But anyways, I think this also gives the film an extra leg to stand on because of the leak that happened a week or 2 ago. You've got this film that released online and all these people are going to watch, and now they have a reason to purchase the home release. So fingers crossed that it does well. I'm hoping it does really, really good. But that's really it for the Expendables, I guess, right now. There is a game that's out, and I don't want to say too much about it, but it's called the Expendables, and it's actually a DLC pack for Broforce. I'm going completely off topic right now, but I'm going to try and do a Let's Play of it with my friend if I can manage to get a hold of him and get him to play. So we'll see if we can do that or not, but there's a lot of cool stuff that's happening with the Expendables, so I don't think their hype train is slowing down at all anytime soon. Speaking of hype, though, there is some news that have been circling around the internet for quite some time now. I'm sure you guys have heard about it, but Tony Jaa and Scott Adkins are considering roles for the Kickboxer. Let me reiterate, they're considering roles for the Kickboxer. They have not confirmed it. Apparently, Variety, they released an article, and I was under the assumption, as well as pretty much everybody on the internet, that they had already accepted these roles. They have not. They're still discussing it. Scott Adkins had a post on Facebook, and they're still in works right now. So I hope it happens. You know, it was actually on my Facebook page with the top trending things. It was actually on there, which was really cool to see, a martial arts news related trending topic. But I hope that they see how much interest is generated into the reboot. I hope that it's a good movie, and you know, this is the first time that I actually think a remake may be as good as the original film. Do I still think it's necessary? No, of course not. But if they're going to do it, they need to go in full force. And with all these great fighters in this film, I think it's got a really, really good chance to do something special, do something unique. But hopefully they don't forget that fun spirit and have a good time while they make the film, and of course while they do the fights and things like that. There needs to be at least one meme that comes from this remake. I'm just saying. All right, and lastly, have a trailer, or hopefully I have a trailer. I may or may not, because it was a Vimeo video, but it was a trailer for Mike Muller's 1 Million Clicks. Now, I love the action that Mike delivers. He's done a bunch of different things, and he's played smaller roles in films before. He's also done lead roles as well, but this movie looks really, really interesting. You know, the action, the story is really not that different, but it's done really well, and you can see that there's a whole range of action and drama, and I feel like it's going to be almost what Man of Tai Chi wasn't. I really hope they take that idea of a man who fights for money or fights for fame and slowly unravels until he loses himself. You know, that's one of those concepts that some films have tried. Unleashed, I think, did it pretty well. But you know, Man of Tai Chi, things like that. And actually, Unleashed was kind of the reverse of that. But anyways, I feel like it's a really, really interesting story to tell, and I hope they do it in an interesting way. But for now, the action looks amazing. The fights look crazy, and I can't wait to see it. All right, lastly, did a review for Ninja Apocalypse. Now, you guys know that I interviewed the cast and crew a few weeks back, so I had to pick up this film and give it a look and see what I thought about it. Give the review a read. Let me know what you think. If you guys checked it out yourself, please let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the film, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't like it. It was really interesting to review this film because I knew more about it. I knew more about the filming. I knew more about the troubles that they had when they were making the film. And so I tried to not let that impact my review. You know, I didn't want that to affect what I thought about the film as a whole, you know, because it's not fair to know the filming schedule if they filmed it in 12 days as opposed to another movie that maybe they only had 15, 20 days and I didn't know that and I rated it differently. So it's kind of interesting to think about it in that manner. But anyways, be sure to check it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that review. And that is really it. So this video is already getting kind of long. But yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy week. I've been trying to catch up with a bunch of things and get things going here. I don't know, it's just been madness, but I'm loving every minute of it. I'm going to try and be more social with you guys and be responding to you guys. So if I haven't, I'm sorry, but I'm going to do my best to get things going. And that's really all I have for this week. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you guys are looking forward to. And I guess that's it. So until next week, thank you guys so much for watching. This is K Miller, and this week, this has been finished.